Brightcove is one of the first online video technology platform companies. It's been around for about 5 years now. And Jeremy was just telling me that his company, one, has been profitable since the start of the year, and two, is growing revenue 50% year over year. In a year when flat is the new black, what is the key?
Well, I think we're in a market that's growing, which is great. We've made a lot of investments in our product and in international growth, and we're really hitting our stride in that respect. And so I think those are a lot of the key contributors to the growth.
Now, do you think that the media business is tapped out in terms of growth there? I mean, i.e., we know Lifetime and Showtime and Fox and Hulu. Obviously, all of those folks are doing online video. Is there still additional growth in that area, or are you finding that the majority of it is coming from new brands and new types of companies that are coming into the space?
Well, I definitely think there's still a lot more growth to have with media companies. I think many of the biggest media companies have historically tried to create their own software to do the kinds of things we do, and I think that that's not a good long-term investment for them because they're media companies, not software companies. So I think there's some big opportunities for us in that regard. But I do think that the market for online video is really radically expanding, and it's really every professional organization and corporation in the world that has a website is going to be interested in the use of video, and so there is a much larger total addressable market that's driving growth for us, and I think that will drive growth in the market for years to come.
Now, I've talked in past New Media Minutes about RISD, Rhode Island School of Design, and San Diego Zoo, and I love what those companies, what those organizations are doing with online video. Give us a couple other examples that might surprise the viewers in terms of, wow, I didn't know so-and-so was starting to market with online video.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's really, we're seeing customers come from every segment of society. So, big high-tech companies like Sun Microsystems, for example, has Channel Sun. It's an enormous amount of video content, really in-depth, technical, marketing, how-to, customer testimonials, all this stuff. Great stuff. And we're seeing more and more big high-tech companies that are adopting this as well. Government agencies. So if you look at the U.S. Army's website and the U.S. military, they're using Brightcove, and they're doing a lot of online marketing, basically, using video. We're seeing universities emerge. So, Harvard, as an example, that's starting to do more with video and working with us. So it's really every corner of society. When you have something to communicate and you want to use a rich medium to do that, they're investing in video.
Okay, so final question. There are a lot of brands who watch the New Media Minute, and they're looking kind of for quick takeaways, a little bit of advice. What would you tell them that's non-salesy about Brightcove in terms of what they should be thinking about as they explore online video?
Well, I think there's a lot of things, maybe to focus in on a couple. The big thing, actually, interestingly, is to figure out the content itself and making the form factor, the production values, the consumability, creating compelling content is still incredibly difficult. And so I think that's probably first and foremost, really trying to understand what it is you're trying to accomplish, what the audience will respond to, and focus on that. And the technology pieces actually aren't that hard, and we've certainly tried to make it really easy for people. And there's certainly things to think about on that light, but I think at the end of the day, it is about the content.
Well, I think it's great advice because it's so tempting to say, okay, because we can do online video now, we should just go out and do it. But I think it's really key. Make sure it's a smart strategy for your business. Make sure it fits for you. The technology is there. It is possible, but it needs to work. So, Jeremy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You can friend me up on Facebook and follow me on Twitter if you want to follow Jeremy.
I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well.
What's your Twitter handle? Come on.
Jer Brightcove on Twitter, although I'm not active enough.
Oh, don't follow him. Just follow me double.